Greetings, folks. Alright, so this video is on the nature of relaxation. Now, in Tai Chi they have this term called Sung, which people generally translate as relax, and that's partially correct. It's more correctly translated as transform. What happens when you relax tension? You're transforming energy from one state into another. So how do we relax or transform energy from one state into another? So there's a misnomer in Tai Chi and internal world that says standing practice teaches you to relax. No, it doesn't. That's incorrect. Standing practice connects your body. When you're doing standing, your body is continually linking and getting better connection. So it's really there's nothing that's logically says this is going to make me more relaxed, because how do you feel when you stand? A beginner starts standing, they're in a state of tension. It takes a long time for the mind to release and relax and to get relaxation to permeate. So to get the body to relax and loosen, Master Wong designed the 5 loosening exercises from other exercises he had learned, and he put his own twist on it. And that gives you a basic relaxation. It gives you a method of letting go of tension and becoming softer, more loose inside your body. And then from there, we do the power stretches. Now, in the elastic force system, we have 10 power stretches, which I designed for knocking tension out from around the joints. You get this energy memory around your joints, which is problematic. Every time your body needs to protect your joint, it adds a little bit of tension around it, and that signals the muscles to create tension. And this chemical residue, which basically is sticking to around your joints, that has to be loosened out. So the 10 power stretches does that really well. As soon as you understand how the 10 power stretches work, then you move into doing the stretches inside the exercises as you want them to function. So if you have a particular shape, like ward off, you do the power stretch inside of ward off. If you have a particular punching line that you want to work with, you do the power stretch through the punching line. So in these power stretches, they're just basic shapes through which you can practice doing the 10 seconds of expanding, pushing everything open, 10 seconds of pulling everything open, and then you loosen, relax, and knock the tension out, vital, breathe, recover. So this is much faster than any loosening exercises I've encountered, because it goes very, very deep. It goes to the extreme of getting rid of exactly what is holding tension. The next exercise I recommend for loosening or for generating a relaxed, sung, empty body is the throwing exercises. Now, the throwing exercises basically force the joint open and in a very extreme way take you to the point of your joint pushing open, and the tension that's there gets pushed out through the overstretch. So the throwing exercises are fantastic for really getting deeper than the power stretches. They take it to the next step. When you're doing the throwing exercise, make sure that you're adequately warmed up and increase your volatility. You want to feel like a wild animal doing the throwing after your body is strong enough to cope with that. Initially, do them gently and build up your strength. Okay, so we have 3 strategies here. We have loosening, then we have power stretching, and we have the throwing. And then from there, we do the push hands exercises in the context of finding tension inside each other as you push with your partner. So this requires you to have your hands on the body, deep listening skill, touch the tension, and then threaten the center through the tension points. If the person doesn't relax, loosen, and go jelly body, they're going to get uprooted. So you touch your partner, put your hand on their chest, feel their base, relax underneath. What you're going to catch is the tension that gets presented to give you center. What they have to do, drop the hips, stretch the spine, relax the body, dissolve the tension, and move into a state of relaxation and harmony, and empty out. So this type of relaxation, or what we call jelly body, is your first stage of developing Sung. You're setting the preconditions for Sung in the context of transforming energy to start to function. You really can't produce Sung if your body's not going to let you. So this initial stage, super important. Ensure that you're getting your body to a point of jelliness. Now this can take a few months to a year depending on where you're at and what your level of residual tension. If you've been a laborer all your life and you're in your 50s, it's going to take you a few years to unlock your body. If you're young and you're loose and elastic, you're most of the way there already. And it's just a matter of months and you've got it. So when we're looking at producing an elastic, loose jelly body for Tai Chi, we are going through this stage of learning to unlink the body. Now, once we've done that, now we start with a deeper meaning of Sung. We begin transforming forces through our body. Because if our body is now relaxed, now we have more capacity to transform. So we put a force on our partner's body, we touch their base, form a tension line between the point of contact and the ground through their body. And then they, instead of going jelly body and emptying it, they absorb it. Now, there's a difference between relaxing to make energy disappear and relaxing to make energy absorb to produce Jin. Two totally different things. One is going in and the other one is dissipating out. So you put the force on your partner, you touch their base, you increase the force so that they have a sense of substance to the tension, and then drop the hip, stretch the spine for the receiver, absorb it into the vital field. Use relaxation to transform it into Jin. You do this through tuning the tension. Okay. So you do this through tuning the tension to the feeling of life force. Now, when you produce a gentle stretch in the fascia, your body will become more radiant. You'll feel more life force. So in this process of producing more life force, you get a type of set point that if you're too limp, there's no living energy there. If you're too stretched open, the energy stagnates. There's a midpoint in which you radiate optimally and produce the most amount of energy. So this midpoint is where you lead incoming forces to transform it from physical tensile forces into internal life force energy, which you can utilize. So this process is really the heart of internal martial arts, not just Tai Chi, all internal arts. They need to understand this. Anyone who gets the feeling in the hand, gets a touch, they touch people, people have a tendency to float. Now, there's some people that are highly resistant to being floated, and there's other people, you extend energy from a distance and they float. We call these hyper-responders. Hyper-responders are people who have a very open mental body and highly influenced by internal energies. Now, as you develop this skill to receive these mechanical forces, relax them into fascia, tune them into the stretch, you're going to start to find you'll form a type of bell curve in your awareness where you slot each person from a hyper-responder to people who are very, very difficult. You want to gravitate towards the hyper-responders to refine your method, and then you want to gravitate towards the people who are brick to test your method. You need both. If you have a person who's stubborn and they're a brick, you can't learn. If you have people who are only hyper responders, you can't test. It's good. They're good for developing. So you need to start finding people on the whole bell curve and developing your methodology. Okay, as you go through this this process of generating the bell curve and learning how to receive forces from different people, generate different types of relaxation, create different types of transformation transform into more of an electric, into magnetic, and so forth, you're going to find your unique type of sung, how you relax and transform the energy without wasting it or losing it. Most people think dissipating the force we're using jelly body is sung. That's a preliminary training exercise to start to practice Tai Chi and get a Tai Chi body that can actually transform energy. Okay, so I hope this answers the question that came in about this. And when I get some more training partners, I'll do some more demonstrations on this. I've covered it pretty well in the Elastic Force Qigong course and in the Tai Chi course on Vimeo. Okay, thanks for your time, everyone, and catch you on the next video.